The thing that's going to make your gym's apparel program actually profitable has nothing to do with some fancy design hack or magical print-on-demand service that triples your revenue and changes your entire business. As much as I'd like to sit here and say that, and believe me, things would be easier if I could, it's just not the reality. The reality is, to create a profitable gym merch program in 2025, you need some fundamentals in place, which most gym owners I talk to simply don't have. After helping thousands of gyms transform their apparel programs and generating millions in additional revenue for our clients, I've seen what works and what doesn't. So in this video, I'm going to take you through those fundamentals, plus every piece of advice I know about gym merch, so that by the end, you'll have everything you need to turn your gym's apparel program into a consistent profit center instead of a frustrating side project. Here's why most gym apparel programs fail. Number one is too much inventory. People buy way too much stuff up front and they'll just do something really quick, like give me 10 of each size, 10 extra small, 10 small, 10 medium, 10 large, 10 XL, 10 double XL, and you're just moving through this and you're not even thinking. But when you're guessing on sizes, really what winds up happening is that you order too many sizes you don't need. So if you say give me 10 extra small, 10 double XL, there's a good chance you're going to get left with somewhere between 12 to 15 of those items where you really could have used those on mediums and larges. And when you're just guessing on sizes, or I think I need some of this, it just leads to too much unsold inventory. And I've talked to thousands of gym owners and they'll say something like, I still have shirts on the shelf from 5 years ago. That's not good. You know, we really want to sell out of whatever inventory that we do order within 2 to 3 days. I do recommend 10 to 12 extra items per order. And again, most gyms can get rid of that quick, but if you're like, hey, I need 45 extra items, I'll ask you why, because I just don't want you to waste money on this process. And I want to see you sold out of apparel. I don't want to see you overstocked. The second reason why most of these gym apparel programs fail is local print shops are killing the bottom line of most gyms. And you might be saying, I don't like hearing you say that. I'm a huge supporter of small business. Small business supports small business. I get it. But there's a million other small businesses you can support in town that aren't your print shop. When we talk about these print shops and everything I jump on the phone with clients about, they're like, the local guy takes forever to get back to me. They don't do designs. They make me do all the heavy lifting. Really, with this process, the point of a vendor is to outsource things and take stuff off your plate. The best analogy I can give for this is hiring someone to cut your lawn. When you hire someone to cut your lawn, they cut the lawn for you, they do all the heavy lifting, they do all the trim work as well. What they don't do is they don't just drop off all the heavy equipment, expect you to cut your own lawn and pick everything up at the end of the day. That's not how this works. So you really need to work with people who are going to streamline things and take these annoying tasks off your plate. This leads me into two hidden costs that most gym owners never calculate, and that's their time and energy. And we're going to talk a little bit about this more in the video, but one thing I want to mention is, let's just say you value your time at $100 an hour. If you have to come up with a design, source samples, run the pre-order, collect money, organize the order, that might take you 6 to 8 hours, and that order might cost you $600 to $800 in time. So you have to be really cognizant of who's going to work the fastest for you. And I'm going to say this later in the video, but I'll say it now. When you work with us, this order should only take you 15 to 30 minutes. I've streamlined everything where we're going to get you in, we're going to get you out and move through it. And in terms of energy, gym owners really discount their energy. And I'll be honest, running a gym is a weird business where you have to be open at 5 a.m. and most of y'all don't leave until 9 p.m. at night. It's not normal to be open from 5 to 9. Most businesses don't do that. And when you have such a high demand for running a business, like for example, you have to coach class or even just doing sales appointments, all that stuff takes a ton of energy. So you really need to work with someone who's going to recharge your battery and help keep your energy high, because I say this jokingly, but I've never met a gym owner with too much time and energy on their hands. So they could always use someone to come in, help out, and take stuff off their plate. The third reason why I see most of these apparel programs fail is that simply you're printing the same logo over and over again. You may have gotten away with this for 1 or 2 orders. Your logo black ink only on a blue t-shirt. The next order was a green t-shirt. What you're not realizing is over time, the orders keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then I'll get on the phone with a client and they'll say, we used to sell 150 shirts. Now we only sell 25. What gives? What happened? Everything changed. Nothing really changed. It's just you keep running the same stuff over and over again. And members need some variety. They need some type of just something different than just your logo on a black t-shirt or your logo on a blue t-shirt. You really need to switch things up. And I'm going to show you exactly how we can help help you do that. Now, we have a zero risk pre-order system here, and this is the foundation of our process, but I want to introduce you to our online store. And really how it works is that we will build the link for you. We'll put all the products on our website. You don't have to build anything at all. Simply you share the link with your members. You'll send out the marketing announcements, reminders before and after class, and we'll handle the rest. One of the benefits of doing the store through us is that we are one of the highest converting sites on all of Shopify when it comes to apparel. The average apparel store gets a 1 to 4% conversion. We're seeing 8 to 15% conversions. If you don't know what conversions are, it's basically how many people actually check out from the initial traffic on that page. So again, this is one of the highest converting web stores you're going to have access to, and we're going to streamline the whole process for you. So if you're interested in talking a little bit more about online stores and how we could build one for you, click the link in the description below and you can book a call with me, and I could definitely walk you through this in way more detail and see if it will be a good fit for you. And to be honest, it works for most gym owners. There is a bit of a transition time where it will take your members 1 or 2 orders to get used to it, but after that, it truly streamlines the process and it makes things much easier. Now, this is truly the best way to sell apparel without spending $1 of your own money, because you don't have to pre-buy anything. We're just going to keep the store open for 7 to 10 days and see how many orders come in. After that, if you want to order a little extra inventory, that's fine, but let's see how that first initial order goes. Now, one question I get often is, how long should I keep the pre-order window open for? Should I open it May 1st and close it the 31st? No, I definitely only recommend 5 to 7 days. And you might be saying, that's way too fast. I'll never get all my members in the door by 5 to 7 days. Look, the people who are going to buy apparel and merchandise from you, they're your hardcore members. They're your ride or die people. It's not that one guy or gal who shows up once every 20 days. They're not buying a t-shirt. It's the hardcore people who are. Most of the hardcore people show up within that 5 to 7 day window. Make it urgent, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. But really what I want to just talk about real fast is, maybe you've resisted the pre-order model. It sounds like too much work. I don't know if this is for my gym. I don't think our people will pre-order this stuff. Really, I just want to ask you, what's the reason why you feel like that? And just take a quick second. If you're a control freak, no worries, because guess what? I'm a control freak and I know how to work with control freaks. So look, you're like this because someone screwed you over in the past, right? Like someone fumbled, someone dropped the ball, and you've had to pick things up. And I totally understand why some gym owners are complete control freaks about this process, but you've never worked with a business like ours to see just how quickly we could streamline things and how we could simplify things for you. So all I'll say to the control freak person is that, look, I'm here. I understand. Let's just chat. We'll see if we're a good fit. And I hope that you'll trust us for at least one order, and let me show you how easy this could be. Another camp of gym owners we find is that we've always done it like this. We've always done paper and pencil. We always just signed up at the front desk. I think a lot of gym owners don't give themselves enough credit, where maybe the gym started off at 50 people, they slowly grew, now they have 100, 150, 200, 300 members, and you're still doing paper signups. This creates a ton of administrative work. It burns your staff out, it burns you out. What I need you to do is that if you're a gym over 150 people, you absolutely need to start doing a web store to streamline this process and get people on this, because I'm telling you right now, if your gym's over 150 pieces, you're collecting orders via paper, it's creating a ton of administrative work, and you are paying for this. It's very expensive to do that work. Let me do it for you. So again, if you do want to talk a little bit more about implementing an online store and just really streamlining the pre-order on your end, please book a call in the description below. It takes 2 seconds. We'll walk you through everything and we'll see if we're a good fit. Going back to the pre-order timeline, we want to talk about the benefits of the limited time offer, the quick deadline. The most important thing when it comes to apparel is driving urgency. If you just say new summer merch collection available, click here. Why do I need to buy this right now? Can I buy this in 3 weeks? Can I buy this next month? Can I buy it in 2 months? You need to tell people, we are doing a summer merch collection. This is the only time we're doing this. The deadline is Friday at 11:59 p.m. I have sizing samples at the front desk. We will not be doing any more merch until the fall. So if you want to support, please click this link and please check out through here. That's a lot more urgent than new merch collection available. See what the difference is with that? One thing I also like to help out with our clients is that I do provide a comprehensive marketing system that consistently drives pre-orders. One thing I find with a lot of gym owners is they say, I posted it on social media, I only got 8 sales. What happened? Let me just be honest with you. I also have a business account on social media, and I will tell you that the stats, no one saw it. You might think you have this crazy following. You might think people see your stuff. They don't. So what I want to show you is a complete marketing system that hits all the communication channels, that gets everyone on the same page and really drives pre-orders. Because the gyms we work with who do best with this, I check their social media, there's no mention of an apparel order going on, but behind the scenes, they are hammering people, their email list, texts, QR codes, pushing stuff through their app, signs around the gym, reminders before and after every class. I could show you what we do for those folks and what we've encouraged them to do. I guarantee will have a huge difference in sales. Now, one thing people want to talk about a lot and obsess about is the design itself. And one thing that I get a lot is, hey, we used to sell 150 shirts, but now I feel like we're only getting 25. What happened? And as I've said earlier, people aren't excited about the designs because it's the same stuff over and over and over again. You can't just hammer people with the same design. There's a couple gyms who got away with that way back in the day. They don't anymore. You have to change up the designs, play off seasonal approaches, and that way it gives people 3 to 4 buying options rather than every time you put up a logo tee, people just say, I already have that, I don't need it. You really don't want to get to that spot. I encourage you to work with someone who can help you come up with 3 to 6 unique ideas per year, and that's exactly what we do. So again, if you need help with design work and you don't have any idea what to do, you feel lost, you're confused, please book a call and I'd love to show you how we can show you a bunch of different design ideas, a bunch of different looks, and I guarantee you'll sell a lot more apparel once you start changing things up. Here's a very helpful tip that I tell all gym owners, and it's very contradictory and very like, whoa, I wasn't expecting you to say that. Don't survey members. Now, I might give you 2 or 3 unique ideas where you're like, damn, I love all 3 of these. Can I just run all 3? I don't recommend running multiple designs at one time. That's a different video. But the main thing I do not recommend is surveying members. Do not survey your members for which design is going to be offered. What's going to happen is you're going to create winners and losers. Now, let's do a quick numbers comparison, just some quick math. You have a gym of 100 members. Design 1 gets 52 votes. Design 2 gets 48 votes. There's not a statistical difference between those. It's very, very close. Now, you created basically half the gym as a class of losers. People who lost out on the design that didn't win, they're the losers. They're not going to go ahead and support the winning group. So now instead of selling to 100 people, we're only selling to 52 people, and that's a huge problem. That's a huge sales difference. I do not recommend surveying people at all. One thing about our design philosophy is that merch is meant to be worn outside the gym. Wait a second. Outside the gym. I run a gym. I want people to wear the shirts inside the gym. No, you want people to wear the shirts outside the gym. Food shopping, picking up kids sporting events, just general errands around town. You want to create some basic staples that people can grab and wear all throughout the year, not just inside the gym stuff, nothing with profanity on it, nothing with a bloody chainsaw or, brass knuckles and things like that. We want to stay away from things like that. We want things that are going to be classy, timeless, and that people can wear around the community without hesitating. Now, I really want to help you build a complete system in your gym, and we do offer an annual apparel plan for all of our clients. And the most important thing is there's no extra fee, there's no extra contract or commitment for this service, but really I will become an extension of your team. We'll sit down, we'll put 4 to 6 ideas on the calendar, and then that allows me to follow up with you and say, hey, now's the time to work on the winter package. Here's 40 hoodie ideas. Do you like any of these? Can we get started on them? Clients on an apparel plan sell 30% more apparel than those who don't. You can do it yourself on a lot of this stuff. Can you create your own calendar? Can you create these reminders? Sure, but what's the real cost of this? Like I said, if your time is worth $100 an hour, you having to come up with the apparel plan, you doing the design, you doing all this stuff, getting quotes from different vendors, organizing the pre-order, this is going to cost you dozens of hours a year, and you're going to be working probably, I would say if you're doing all of this yourself, you're probably putting in somewhere between an extra 35 to 50 hours total for the year. And I don't know about you, but you probably don't have an extra work week in your life to donate to this stuff. So again, I encourage you to click the link in the description. Let me help simplify this. I will streamline the entire process for you, and you'll be wondering why you didn't do this sooner. Now, a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is tactical stuff, emotional things, but what about the numbers people? What about the numbers nerds or data nerds who just need to see some hardcore numbers? So let's just go over some real world success metrics. I don't our average order size is 50 pieces. So our minimum order is only 24 pieces. So most of our clients are doubling up the minimum, no problem at all. The percent of members pre-ordering apparel, this number varies very wildly. It's somewhere between 30 to 50% depending on the gym. Most of our clients work with us 4 to 6 times a year, and the average revenue per drop from our clients is $850. That's how much money gym owners are putting back in their pocket per drop. We're going to talk about something that's a huge emotional trigger for most gym owners: pricing. Now, how much money are you leaving on the table with your current pricing strategy? The biggest issue I see right now is that gym owners are underpricing apparel really bad. It's like, I'll talk to a gym owner, they'll be like, we sell t-shirts for 20 bucks each. It's like, dude, that pricing is from like 2005, it's 2025. We need to get with the times and charge the appropriate amount for apparel. And I'll tell them, you need to sell shirts for 27 to 32 bucks. And I get like oh my God, I would never pay 30 bucks for a t-shirt. This is the biggest issue in the gym owner space right now when it comes to pricing and how to adequately price themselves, is the whole, I would never pay X amount. You need to throw that mentality out, because I'll tell you right now, people who spend anywhere between 100 to 350 bucks a month for fitness, they don't care whether the shirt is 22 or 30 bucks. Okay. And I know a lot of gym owners think that their members are cheap and you don't understand, they'll never buy this. Do you have any data on this? Have you ever tried running an apparel order where the price point is 30 bucks? No, I just know. You don't know. You're just guessing, and you're basically just assuming that everyone's cheap, or you're basically assuming that everyone's like you, and that's not the case. Fitness in this day and age, anyone who's spending more than, like I said, 100 to 350 bucks on fitness has a lot of discretionary income to spend. All people are looking to do is support you. They don't care whether the shirt is 22 or 30 or 32 or 25. They just want another opportunity to support you, feel like they're part of the community, and rep one of their favorite businesses. That's all they're looking to do, okay? They don't care what the price point is. And really, I just ask you at the end of this, what would you do with an additional 5 to 10K in pure profit every year? Can you take your spouse on a vacation you owe them? Can you pay down some debt? Can you refresh the equipment in your gym? Really, I just want you to get serious and organized and put extra money back in your pocket so that you could do something fun with it. Whatever you want to do with that money, that's up to you. I recommend just keeping a separate savings account, putting all your t-shirt money in that account at the end of the year. Take your spouse on a vacation. Take a weekend getaway, take them out for a nice dinner, do something fun with your kids. Don't just throw it into your checking account, but what can you do with an extra 5 to 10K a year with doing not a ton of work? So there you have it, the complete guide to selling apparel with absolutely zero upfront cost. If you follow this system, you'll be able to generate thousands in additional revenue for your gym without the risk or hassle that comes with traditional apparel programs. But let's be real, implementing all of this yourself is still going to take time, design skills, print connections, and a whole lot of trial and error. You could try to piece all this together yourself, finding designers, negotiating with print shops, and building your own online store, and figuring out all the marketing. Or you could just work with us at Forever Fierce, where we handle this entire process for you. We're the only apparel company that specializes exclusively in working with gym owners today. We handle everything from professional designs to samples, web stores, and fulfillment, all with zero upfront cost to you. If you want to see if we'd be a good fit to handle your gym's apparel program, just click the link in the description to book a quick call. We'll walk you through our process, see if we're a good match, and show you exactly how we can help you start generating additional revenue without any upfront investment. Regardless, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more content to help grow your gym business.